Done it before. I'm excited.
Oh, nice, nice. So, hello everyone. I'm Chef Angela Michelle. Nice to meet you. You see in the background it says Culinary Kisses. That's the name of my company. I've actually been doing virtual cooking classes for almost 9 years now. So when I was doing it, no one was doing it. So this is awesome. Welcome. I hosted Christy in a Chinese takeout class, and I am so pleased and honored that she chose this class to come back to and make pasta and bacon bolognese sauce. Kelly, have you made pasta before?
I have.
Oh, nice. Did you do it with a machine or did you do it just straight scratch with a rolling pin?
Straight scratch with a rolling pin.
Nice. So you could be my sous chef for today.
No, I don't know about that. It was like 10 years ago. But
All right, ladies, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, it does take a minute to make homemade pasta, but trust me, it'll be worth every second of it. So I actually have a couple of different cameras. This is my main camera. I have another camera that kind of gives you a bird's eye view of what I'm doing. So let me spotlight the camera. Can everyone see a cutting board that says Culinary Kisses?
Yes.
Just give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right, so while I'm instructing, I'm going to ask everyone to mute your devices just so I don't hear anything in my own ear. But classes are extremely informal. So if you have a question anytime during the process, just unmute and give me a shout out, okay? All right, so hopefully everyone has all of their ingredients measured and laid out in front of them. That will definitely make this a very smooth process. So in a bowl here, oh, and let me give you a disclaimer. So I do classes typically sun up to sundown. So you can imagine what my refrigerator looks like. So I'm cutting my recipe in half. I have another pasta class tomorrow. So I'm cutting my recipe in half. So please pay no attention to my measurements. Just listen to the measurements that I'm giving you. Okay. So you should have 2 1/4 cups of flour in a bowl. And it needs to definitely be 1/4 cup. Like flour has to be very precise when you're baking and when you're making pasta. Okay.
Wait,
so
Angela, I have a question. Angela, just to be
Yes.
sure, I think the recipe said 2 1/2, but if I need to take out a 1/4 cup, I will.
Yes, it should be 2 1/4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Thank
know
you for telling me that. I will let Cozy Meal know.
Yeah. Hey, girls, did you guys put 2 1/2? All right. I think we should take out a 1/4 cup.
We did 2 1/4.
Oh, you did 2 1/4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then maybe I just messed up. All right. Did we do 2 1/2, Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take out a 1/4 cup.
I think.
Okay. So, yep, go ahead and add some salt. Just to add a little bit of sea salt. And you can do about 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon, totally up to you. Either one works. So I just shook a little salt in mine. Again, I'm kind of freestyling, but go ahead and add your salt. Christy, I'm going to mute you again, dear. All right. Hi, Matt. Welcome. All right. So in here, all I have is flour and salt. Flour and salt. And I'm just giving them a little whisk, kind of mix everything together, right? And then I'm going to take my whisk out and use a spatula to push the flour to the edge of the bowl. I'm going to push the flour to the edge of the bowl. And by doing this, you're creating a well in the middle of the bowl. So my cutting board is black. So you can see it looks like a black hole in the middle because you can see all the way through to the bottom of the bowl. Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to get that going. Make sure you have your well in the bottom of your bowl. Looking good, looking good. Okay. Can see everybody. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So from here, what you want to do is you want to take your eggs. And again, pay no attention to my measurements because I'm trying to do halfsies here. But you should have 4 egg yolks and 3 egg whites. You should have 4 egg yolks and 3 egg whites. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it right in the center of that flour well. So the eggs are actually on the bottom of the bowl. 4 egg yolks and 3 egg whites. Okay. Then you're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. About 3 tablespoons of olive oil right in there. You can even go 3.5. That wouldn't hurt at all. Rachel, I guess your sous chef is pouring the olive oil in. That was cool. That was really cool. All right. So 3 to 3.5 tablespoons of olive oil. You have 4 egg yolks and 3 egg whites. And you should have 2 1/4 cups of flour and roughly a half teaspoon of salt. Now what I'm going to do is kind of push that flour that's on the edge of the bowl. I'm going to push it over so it covers up the egg and the olive oil. So it literally looks like a little flour envelope. It's kind of completely covering the egg and the olive oil, just like that. I'll bring my bowl closer so you can see. There you go. Make sure you have a real bird's eye view of what's going on over here in my kitchen. Yep, just gently fold it over. There you go, there you go. Okay, and then what I want to do from here is take my spatula and just poke through that flour. So the purpose of this movement is just kind of break up the egg yolks. We just want to break up the egg yolks. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to start gently mixing everything together. Gently mixing everything together. Okay, just gently stir, gently kind of incorporate everything. Now, those of you that are bakers, you're not, mixing a batter to bake a cake. So you want to be very gentle, very delicate. Don't go in full blast mixing it. Just kind of fold it all together at first, right? Just kind of fold it all together. And it'll start to come together on its own. See how that's coming together? That's exactly what we want. Okay. Now again, I'm doing halfsies, so it's really hard to do halfsies for a recipe. So I need a little bit more flour. So I'm going to add a little more flour to mine, but I'm going to come around and look at yours to see how you're doing. Okay, so don't add anything yet to your mixture, to your batter. I'm going to come around and take a look to see if you need to add a little more olive oil, a little more flour, whatever the case may be. So let me add a little bit to mine, and then I will come and look at yours. And the thing is, when you're adding, you have to be gradual, right? Add a little bit, stir, add a little bit, stir. So I'm going to go to gallery view here. There we go. Okay. So, oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, Amanda, you're looking pretty good. Christy, you need to add a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to say start with 1 tablespoon. Kelly, how are you looking, dear? Kelly, I think you're okay. Rachel, let's see your bowl. Up a little higher, dear. Yep, I'm going to have you add about a tablespoon of olive oil also. Matt, how's it looking? Oh, nice. Yes, I think you're okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir in my flour, and then I'm going to give you guys the next step of what you're looking for perfect pasta dough. Okay, so let me adjust this, and let me stir this. There's a couple of ways you can check. One is you want to make sure you don't have any flour crumbs at the bottom of your bowl. So once you've thoroughly mixed everything together, like make sure it's mixed well together. And you see how it naturally just kind of forms a ball on its own? Mine's still a little bit wet, so I'm going to add just a teeny bit more flour. Just a teeny bit more, like that. That's it. So you won't see any flour crumbs at the bottom of your bowl. That's one way. Another way to tell is if you kind of pick up a piece of the dough and squeeze it in your hands like this, and it stays together pretty well, it's a little moist, like that's another way to tell. So you see how that's kind of held together? It's really moist, it's not too moist. Okay, so that's another way to tell. All right, so let me clean my fingers off, wash my hands, and I'm gonna come back to the camera because I wanna see everyone squeeze your dough. I wanna see everyone, Christy thinks that's funny. I'm a little corny, I forgot to warn you guys. Christy already knew, but the rest of you didn't.